public service announcement to my girlies with the golden wombs. So, what does that mean? Okay. A golden womb is, and I say womb, W-O-M-B, not room, R-O-O-M. Okay. Just making sure we're clear. Okay. A golden womb is where your sacral chakra and pretty much your womb, let's be real, is very abundant, is very magnetic, is just, you have no problems being able to manifest in certain things. Now, with that, you have to remember that usually these are women that are hypersexual, because they just have a lot of energy down there. And so the point that I have for you guys is stop giving away your golden eggs. Okay? You are the goose. You are the goose that lays the golden eggs. Like literally eggs, menstrual cycle and all of that fun stuff. Not fun, but fun stuff. All of that, you are the goose that lays the golden eggs, which that story always made me sad as a kid, because I understood so much about that story and how poorly that goose was treated. I mean, that goose was pretty much popping out golden eggs constantly and was never treated correctly, was never treated right. So I always felt so bad for the goose, and that's because I was the goose. Now, stop giving that energy away. It's yours. For you. To use. Okay? What do I mean by that? Now, this was something that I found out the hard way multiple times. I didn't quite believe it the first time I saw it. I knew it, but I was second guessing myself. I was gaslighting myself because, that's just, once people do it and that's all you've had your entire life, you just do it to yourself, right? Stop doing that to yourself. Understand that you are the magic. You are the magic. Don't make me start singing "You Are the Magic," okay? Actually, I couldn't because Disney would come after me, but let's be real. Okay, so, story time. When I was dating one guy after I had gotten out of treatment, and I was still in recovery. I was out of the first treatment center. It was right after we had sex, and it was one of those things that it wasn't just 5 seconds later, but it was the next day. He found $100 that was in his pocket that he had forgotten about for some time. So it was funny because this is where it really kind of clicked with me, was that he knew. He knew. How did he know? Because right whenever he found that money, he looked up at me and you could see by the look in his eyes that he was formulating an idea, that something was clicking within him. Okay. After that, then he was really putting out the works of, trying to schmooze and, whatever, me. And so that's whenever I got suspicious. That's whenever I was like, okay, something's weird here. Something's weird here. Now, what I mean by that is the fact that when you have sex with someone, they are able to take that energy and manifest with it. Men are able to use your sexual energy, and they are able to manifest whatever they want with it. Not what you want, what they want. So, second time I found out about this. The first time wasn't quite, wasn't the nail in the coffin for me, of course. I need more proof. I need more data. So, the second time, I this was 3 years ago, whenever I was talking to this one guy, and I met him at the gym where I was working at, and he was really hitting on me, and I mean, I was interested in him. We didn't exactly date because, like, I was still in toxic mindset, and I eventually slept with him. After I slept with him, everything was going right for him, and he didn't really even reach out to me. It was a year later that he calls me, and he's like trying to hook up again, and I'm like, no, I'm good, because at this point I'm celibate, and I'm like, no, I'm good. No, we're not going to repeat this one again, because you are a player and I fell for it, and I am not going to fall for it again. And you are a homosexual, someone that, sleeps with women to be able to stay and like live with them rent free, just by sleeping with them, that kind of like person. And I'm not falling for it. And he made a comment about how, everything seemed to be going right, and, was on track and everything, all last year around this time. And then he stops when he makes the connection that it was my energy. And I was just like, oh, I see what you're doing. Yeah, no, click, block, be gone. So this was just by sleeping with people. Now, it took me a while to fully understand that it is also just in where you are, the people that associate with you. So when you have that kind of energy, and this is where it gets potent, realize that if you are celibate and you have this energy, it becomes more and more and more potent. So, 3 years going on without, I think we're still at 3. I think maybe 4. I don't know. I lose count now after a while, because I just it's not happening. And I don't care. If somebody wants to get in a relationship with me, they're going to understand the fact that we aren't going to have sex. Sex is saved for down the road, like way down the road. Like, it's just not going to happen. And if that's a problem, well, then that sucks, because I don't care. So, back on track. Now, I realize that the more potent the energy is, because of the fact that whenever you are, whatever area you're in, wherever you work, the people that hang out with you, they are also included in that energy, because of the fact that good things will happen to them. They will get the things that they need. Work. My work environment, believe it or not, this is the part that like is so funny, is because like where I work at, everything just always kind of goes right and falls into place and all of that stuff, and seems to just magically work out. Even right now, the fact that we don't have a lead right now, and we're doing amazing. I mean, all due in part to the people that I work with being able to like keep up with the work and that kind of stuff, but it's also the energy. So it's that golden goose, golden egg energy. So this is where you have to realize that you have to be able to be receiving equal give and take. If you are not receiving equal give and take, if you are being, treated poorly, if you have people that are just draining you dry and treating you like crap, it's going to stop, and things are going to get worse, and you are going to be drained of energy, and it's going to be one of those things that you have to get out of that environment, because you won't last there because you're being drained. if you're in a good environment, if you're, and I'm not going to say like it's healthy and, rainbows and butterflies and, chocolate chip cookies or whatever. It's not. But if the pros outweigh the cons, then it's a good environment. Okay? Because beggars can't be choosers right now. Especially if you're working on something else and you're trying to, have a steady income and stability, then, you need that. You need a good work environment. But the point I'm making is the fact that you need to be stingy with your golden goose, golden egg energy. That golden womb is so important. And it is one of those things that you really, 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 really have to make sure that you are with the right people and that you are also not sleeping around. You can't be sleeping around. You gotta be celibate, because people will figure it out. People do. People are smart, especially toxic people, especially takers, especially people that all they want to do is just take from you. So you have to be smart about it. You can't share it. You're not going to give it away. So you got to be very, very cautious with it. And use it for yourself. Use it to manifest what you want, what you desire. That is your energy. Okay? So I wanted to share this with all my women out there so that you understand the importance of, being celibate and, taking care of yourself and really, loving you and being cautious about the people that you are around as well. So just wanted to share that story, and I'm going to head inside now because it's already time for starting to make dinner, and I've got other odds and ends to do. So I love you. I keep being told to say peace, love, and chicken grease. I don't know why, but my guides keep telling me to say that. And so I'm just going to. I don't know. It's just, I don't know who that's for. I really don't. But, yeah, peace, love, and chicken grease. And stay beautiful, stay blessed, because you are both beautiful and you are blessed. And I love you.